folks, Bricks and Quacks here. Today we're going to be reviewing this awesome Lego Western train station. This thing is sick. All right, so let's start with the roof. I really do like these clock pieces. They were only $2 to $3, and they do add a very nice touch. The only thing I dislike is these reddish brown roof pieces. I was trying to put one of them on. It cracked. It cost me $5 for one of those corner pieces. All right, so this roof part right here is slightly slanted. And I think it is a really nice addition because it actually adds a little bit of realism to the build itself. So these little pieces that it's sitting on, the tan pieces right here, I do dislike those because if you bump them, they will fall over. There's also a small little roof right here that is on there very well, and it adds a nice little touch. All right, so moving on to the side, there's these two pieces right here that are a really nice addition because it makes it really easy to pull off the roof, as well as a billboard in case you want to add your own stickers. All right, so moving on to the inside, there's a really cool looking record player here, as well as a couple different tile pieces. You can put up your own little custom printed parts there. And I actually took this printed part from one of the Series 29 minifigures. I was like, oh, this is cool. Let me just put it up there. It's a wanted poster. All right, so there's a ticket booth right here. There's actually two windows for this ticket booth. This is the side window. And I really do like this ticket booth just because boom, it pops right off and you can put it right back on. So if you wanted to take that out and have a little bit more room to play, you would have more room to play. And it just pops on very nice and easy. All right, so moving on to the other side, there's a sliding door to the right, as well as another poster where if you wanted to add a sticker, you are more than welcome to add a sticker of your own. There's a clock here, as well as I'm not sure what that gray thing is, but it's a nice little touch to the inside. All right, moving on to the front, there's actually two benches. This is the first one that actually looks like an older bench, as well as there's a really cool looking ticket window where you can actually see the guy through there. It looks just like the other ticket window. And then there is a bench on the other side for two minifigures. And moving on to the left side, here is the sliding door. This was a pain to make just because whenever I originally designed it, the door actually came down lower than the top of it, so it wouldn't slide. But it slides now. I made some modifications, and we're not going to complain about it. All right, so moving on to the back side, it looks almost exactly like the front. I do like the bottom architecture of this set just because it adds a nice little Western theme to it and it makes it look more authentic. There's a nice little ramp right here for minifigures and it flows right down into the base plate, which makes it really cool. All right, and overall, I did copy this from the Lumabrick set, but it's 100% Lego. I made a couple tweaks of my own just because I only buy Lego. And that is going to be it for today, folks. Thank you so much.